My name is Aaron. I'm 26, out of Austin, Texas, and this is Financial Audit.
Amazon Sonic, Amazon Chipotle, Spotify. Don't need to listen to ads, even at the discounted student rate when we are in debt and can't afford that. Sonic.
What, Spotify?
Yeah, dude. What do you mean?
It's $10 a month. It's really all right.
You know what's not all right?
What?
$75,000 of student loan debt.
I understand that. It's not 75, but I understand that.
69. You're right.
Should I save the 120 a year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because if you scrape together 120 a year here, 120 a year
I
here,
understand
120 a year here, it's the small things that usually.
I understand that.
Yeah, it's typically the small things that hurt Americans' finances.
Sure.
The most on a month-to-month basis. So
sure, but I want to enjoy my life. You know, it's really not that bad.
Aren't you delaying more than anything though? The true enjoyment of life. True enjoyment of life is not stressing about extra finances. True enjoyment of life is actually being able to thrive and do the things you want to do. When we're delaying and kicking the can down the road, delaying actually taking control of our finances and being mature.
No. Hang on. So I need you to stop using the word mature.
Why?
This is very upsetting. I'm not immature. We just view things differently than you.
Well, there's immature financial behavior. That does not mean you as a whole person
right,
is immature.
But I don't disagree with you about taking control of things. I just disagree about how the Spotify charge fits into that. It's just not.
So you don't agree with the death by 1,000 cuts?
The 1,000 cuts are not So Spotify is something that I have in my budget that gives me a lot of room.
Then your budget's incorrect.
No, but I spend outside of the budget sometimes. That's the problem, is the spending out of the budget.
What'd you come here for?
What do you mean?
Do you want my take? You're just disagreeing with it. Even something as simple as the Spotify. It's okay. So people there's the people out there. It's don't ever go get Starbucks. You're ruining your entire future. That's not me. I'm not that. But I'm we do that stuff when we're out of debt and we have a fully funded emergency fund. I'm not saying this Spotify thing is what's killing you. It's just an example of one of the many things that have been added up that we went over.
Yeah, I just don't consider it in that category. That's all. The other things, sure.
How do you not?
I just don't.
But go on, as of why?
I feel like I already explained that.
No, you haven't explained by why Spotify itself is some special entity.
I use it. I use it all the time. I listen to hours and hours and hours of Spotify.
Cool.
Yeah.
Can't listen to an ad?
It's worth it to me. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I don't know what you want for me to say. It's worth it to me.
Apple Cash, Domino's, Apple Bill, and...
That's my therapist.
Oh, well, obviously I definitely support that.
Yeah. So that's $30 4 times a month.
Really? There's not an in-school therapist?
I try. It was way worse quality.
Okay, well that's
yeah.
Fair. I mean, you got to find the one that vibes with you in your brain. Okay.
So I think this statement shows 250, but I had put another 200 in there. So yeah. Okay. So it's at about 450-ish now. Is that what you said? Mm-hmm. So 4.4, it's pretty good. I used Marcus. I switched to Spotify. I switched to SoFi because they are at 4.6%. But I'm glad we're at least getting started on this, because before we attack a lot of the high interest debt, we definitely want to have a little money saved up on the side for emergencies. Charles Schwab, 2,121. Cool. So I'm reticent
what kind of account
to
is this?
Sell my positions here, but I could if you think it's a good idea.
Well, what kind of account is it in?
It's just a brokerage account.
Just a brokerage. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I could just sell my positions, and
it's split between an S&P 500 fund and then individual stocks.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely want to.
Yeah, I think where I was I was thinking if I wasn't doing better with my debt in February, then I would close the positions and then try to build it back up after I had my emergency fund and more money to put to that.
9.2% of your spending went to necessary food, but 4% went to like eating out type food. 9.6 went to unknown shopping. So usually, yeah, unknown shopping here is Amazon, which we discussed what the Amazon was potentially for. Walgreens, prescriptions.
Yeah, prescriptions.
Mostly? Okay, yeah. See, it's always a little hard to tell, and then Target, it's also hard to tell. Could be groceries, could be a fluffy stuffed animal.
What month was it? How much was the Target?
October. Target was total 140 for the month.
Yeah, so that was my first grocery trip when I got back from San Francisco.
Yeah,
and I just needed a lot of stuff.
And of the unknown shopping, that was about 10%. 10% of the spending. Medical is 4%, which is actually more than that if we add the Walgreens, which makes sense. Debt payments was about 15% because you did pay a decent amount towards the Apple Card, as you said, but there's still a massive balance on that. Transportation, we had 14.2. Let's see what that was. What do we have for that? This is gas, Uber, it's parking. Car payment. You have a car payment?
I do not have a car payment. I'm not sure what that is. What is the value on it?
Well, it was marked as $352.
Is that from credit cards?
I have car insurance too.
I did spend $300 fixing my car. I forgot that was the charge on my credit card as well.
Oh, maybe that's what. Maybe it was just misprinted in here.
Okay. that was another thing. Yeah,
your car's paid for.
Car's paid for.
Oh, really? Really good. What do you have?
It's a 2005 Honda Accord.
Okay. How many miles?
Like 150, 151, something like that.
Okay. You a little worried about the age?
No, it was in fantastic shape when I got it. When'd
you get it?
Last summer, so a little over a year ago. It had some wear on the timing belt, or not the timing belt. It has a timing chain. It was the serpentine belt, and if that goes, the car goes. So it was like, I'll just get it fixed so I don't have to worry about it. Power steering is showing some wear, like that could be a problem down the road, but I think that the car is fine.
So total money that went out, by the way, mind you, 3,200 comes in, 5,205 was total spent.
But at least 1,500 of that was together Baltimore in the car. So
yeah. Well,
so it's still not great, but
in the program that you're going to go through, it'll tell you how those car things come up and how they fit in a budget and where it makes sense, so that it's not, things don't go overboard. The Baltimore, but still, obviously, we're still dramatically over where we'd want to be, especially when we want to make progress on debt. So I think what matters most, you talked about liquidating this. I don't want to go out with that out of the gate. I want to get your total budget. So let's see where we stand. We have the rent and utilities, $1,400. Is that also internet?
Can I get my phone? Oh,
please. Yeah. And while she gets her phone up, you should hit subscribe because we're trying to get to 1 million subscribers. And thank you to everyone who has subscribed so far. Love you all so much.
Don't do it. He hates Spotify.
I use YouTube Music, actually. That's because it was bundled with YouTube Premium.
That sounds nice. YouTube ads are starting to make me a very grumpy person. Yeah. But then I went to look. I just can't. I didn't spend $18 a month on YouTube.
Remember, it supports your favorite creators, which is good.
It is good.
It helps pay their income.
No, I like not having an ad blocker because it supports. But there's one I was watching an NBA highlight video, and I was trying to scroll through the beginning of the game. So I watched the ads at the start of the video, scrolled a minute, watched another slate of 30-second ads, and it's
unskippable.
I got unskippable.
Mid.
Or maybe it was 1 5-second and then another 5-second skippable and then another 15-second. And I was like, I'm a minute into the video. I haven't watched anything. All I did was press the arrow keys. That was a little
interesting.
So that was when I looked. Okay. So my rent is $1,229.
Yeah.
Internet is $80. I need to lower that actually because I'm paying for way more than I need, I think.
Interesting. Okay. Sure.
it's like roughly 120. So I budget 120 for electricity. It usually comes in a little bit under. 50 for water usually comes under. Car insurance.
Oh, so that's all for
that's
place.
Yes, that's all for the place.
Okay,
so,
yeah. What's car insurance?
We 107.
Yeah, that's what we have. Perfect. And gas on average, what do we think? Not too much.
I have budgeted twice, or like in my plan monthly thing, 2 times of $25.
We had $56.38.
Yeah. So that's
I'm gonna put 60.
Okay. But I was close.
Very. No, you were. Necessary food was a lot. For well, I was gonna say single person. You're in a relationship. Who do you live with?
I live by myself right now.
Okay, Okay, so you just cook for yourself.
Yeah, the relationship is 6 months. We're 6 months in, just about 6 months in. So
okay, I'm just trying to
together.
think of the eating situation.
Right, of course.
Fun fact: $300
is that groceries?
Yeah, food only. What do you have
for groceries?
Yeah,
300.
Good. You did I lost it. $476 at grocery stores. Now, some of that could have picked up cleaning supplies, toothpaste, stuff like that.
Yeah. I think definitely when I got back from San Francisco, I was like, I'm not going to go eat out, especially because like I was recovering from surgery. I didn't really eat out in the first few weeks. Yeah. I spent a lot more on groceries because of that, because I was going through my groceries a lot faster.
Well, we did do $200 of eating out.
Yeah, well, I got better when I went and started eating out. Yeah, gotcha. Not great.
Okay,
for sure.
And then I'm giving you a toilet paper fund. And what this really is anything you need to survive. Mm-hmm. Anything extra that is just thrown in here, all the extra little stuff. You put that where it needs to be, whether it be toilet paper, whether, that stuff. Mm-hmm. $100. Health insurance through the university. Mm-hmm. Cool.
Yeah, I don't pay for my health insurance.
Therapy, how much a month total? For those copays?
$120.
Not too shabby. Medication monthly?
It's different every time. It's actually terrible. Roughly 75.
Okay.
Roughly.
You have to do a lot of parking, or was that for the trip?
The parking's a problem. It's not good. How much was on parking?
85.
That's bad. It's actually lower than I expected.
Is this campus parking?
Yeah. Oh, so I know why it's lower than I expected.
You don't have a semester pass?
No.
Why does a teacher not get to park?
I could get one. I actually didn't know about it until my friend told me about it recently. They're pretty bad about sharing information like that. I try to take the bus, but the bus that's right by my apartment is like super unreliable. And it either makes me late, or they just like, what has happened, a lot of those parking situations, what has happened was like I'll be sitting at the bus stop, and then all of a sudden like the bus I'm waiting for is just crossed off the schedule. And I have, at that point, my options are Uber or hop in my car and drive and park.
The pass for someone in your position is free or costs how much?
It costs some amount of money.
You don't know how much?
I don't know how much. I think it's like a few hundred for the year.
For the year.
Which might be
worth doing with how much we're doing on a monthly basis for parking.
Ideally, though, I would like to figure the bus situation out. Like, yeah, but
if it's not going to be reliable, unfortunately, that's out of our control. But that sucks. Yeah,
it does.
I would love you to do that.
I tried walking to the like nearest rapid bus stations. Like that's a more reliable bus, but then like that stop was closed that day. It was just horrible. Just like the worst luck. But I'm working on it and figuring it out. But
$60 for Apple is the minimum. Obviously, student loans would be a massive percentage of this, but we're in deferment. Man, I can't believe 2026 is graduation. You're gonna be close to 30.
29, yeah. I'll be 29.
Oh. want you to get onto the adult section of life. You know, the post-school.
Ooh, that just feels so dismissive about like what graduate school is like.
Well,
It's not like it's
I
not
just
like
mean
college.
more career.
Yeah, I understand that. It's a career though.
Part of life.
It's a career.
It's a career, but you're getting a degree. You're in school. You're learning. You're
Yeah.
doing school work. So I want you to get into the point where you are just the one paving your own career path.
Sure.
Okay. Okay. Car payment. Yeah, that was just the repair. We just had that wrong. Should I be a lovely little lad? No, I'm not. I was going to give a subscription percentage, but I don't know if we're going to have the room for it. Let's see where we are right now. Phone bill. Phone bill?
I don't pay for my phone.
Oh, okay.
At the moment. Yeah. So I have my full paycheck amount right here as well, actually. It's 3,496 every month.
Good, that's a little better. That helps. Any cent at this level certainly helps a lot. Is there anything else that you need on a monthly basis that we're not calculating? I didn't put parking in there because I don't know what to do right now. I think you should do the pass.
Yeah, I'll figure it out. Yeah.
Okay. Because even if we do public transportation, that is going to cost something. So we need to put something in the budget. I just don't know what it's going to be. You're going to have to decide.
Well, the public transportation is free for UT students.
Oh,
so,
good.
Yeah. So I don't have to pay for the bus at all.
Yeah.
So it's like my preference, but it's just so.
See how you use the word student, by the way?
Yeah. Caleb, I'm a graduate student. I teach college students. It's a career. I am considered an early career academic. Yes.
Okay. So trust me, I'm going to get bullied for this so hard.
It's all right.
$1,479.
I'm definitely defensive about the school stuff because I think
that's okay.
I mean, it's not like being a college student at all. It just isn't.
Dude,
like
I wanted to be a teacher for the longest time. I love school. I love teaching. I like learning new things. I didn't like the process of. I didn't like being a student in the more college setting, where you just learn a bunch of that I would never use for the rest of my life and have never used. But
Sure.
Either way, I get it. I do get it. I'm just a cheeky little bad word. $2,301 is what we need to survive from what I have here. Are we missing anything? I really want to make sure because it does give us a wiggle room of $195.
What number did you have?
2,301 with what I have. But I didn't put in subscriptions. I didn't put in parking.
And that gives us wiggle room of how much?
195.
From how so?
In the way that I did math very wrong. Gives us wiggle room of 1,195.
Yes. So some things are missing. No, that's not.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe. Oh yeah, subscriptions. My dog.
Oh yeah, how much?
So I have budgeted 81
For food?
for food and his medicine.
Okay. How old?
He's 6.
I'd look at getting pup insurance.
Okay.
I know it sucks to have something taken from us on a monthly basis, but it saved me thousands of dollars.
Okay.
Just within the last few months, honestly. Because they always eat something dumb. You know, just like you step around the corner for 1 second and for some reason they swallow something that'll never be able to get through their intestines. Okay.